Alright everybody, I'm not sure if I can get in here or not, but I'm going to try to. And I'm going to try to because I want you to see what a double wide mobile home looks like when it's been stripped. So if you own a double wide, you might be curious about what it looks like inside this double wide that somebody apparently was going to remodel. Not sure why they decided not to. But there's a lot of work needs to be done here, but they did strip it. I want to show you what the inside of a mobile home double wide looks like. All right, here we go. Look inside of a double wide. Look at this. Wow. So what they did in this thing, apparently they're gonna tear the damn thing down, because last time I was in here it didn't look like this. But your floor joists, like these, on a double wide where it's put together at, sits on the concrete blocks underneath. Generally going to be a 2x6 like this one. Now this one here, I'm not sure why they came in here and tore or cut these floor joists out when I don't see where there was anything wrong with them, unless somebody was looking for some wood and said, I know where we can get some wood. And it looks like somebody came over here and stole the floor joists literally out of here and probably used the 2x6s somewhere else. That's my guess, because all these floor joists were in here before. This is what your double wide would look like. Look at these little skinny walls. In a double wide, people complain about single wide having flimsy walls. This is your wall on your double wide mobile home. It's a 1x2. 1x2. They have one 1x4 here, and then a 1x2, and then a 1x4, and a 1x2, and then of course your corner board. So every panel, like that's going to be a 4-foot panel there, and then from here to here would be another 4-foot panel, and in the middle, just a 1x2. Bottom plate on a double wide is more than likely a 1x2, and that goes pretty much consistent on all the interior walls. All the interior walls are 1x2, so your walls are pretty flimsy. So if you tore the sheetrock off of your house, and it is a double wide, this is probably the laundry room. Let's see here, what kind of exterior walls we got. We do have 2x4 exterior walls, and notice everybody, the insulation vapor barrier is on the inside, facing the inside of the house. So if you're putting any insulation in, always face it to the inside. That is the vapor barrier. Like I said, all these, matter of fact, check this out. The exterior wall is only a 1x4. Literally, it's a 1x4. And that 1x4 is the bottom plate. Check that out. Of your 2x4 walls on the exterior. And if you look under that, all you have is a 2x6 that is actually supported by your frame here. So even on your double wides, you're going to have part of your house extend past the frame, obviously. So when that happens, know that you do have a lot of weight out there. Now, some people put brick foundations, but to be honest with you, generally them brick never touch the 2x6 that it's sitting above. There's generally, and I'm probably going to guess the same thing, that there's not here either. So that's what you're going to run into there. Now, so when you come into your house and you want to tear a piece of floor out, remember, you're going to have to do some framing over here, because the original floor went all the way up underneath, and you can tell in this one it was just that particle garbage. It goes all the way underneath and sits on top of that 2x6. So that being the case, when you tear your floor out, you're going to run into this. And this is nothing to nail your plywood to. Look at the outside wall. Nothing. The whole entire outside wall has nothing to put your flooring back to. So you're going to have to, on top of these if you have them, or build out your 2x6 underneath, you're going to have to add a 2x6 to that all the way down your exterior wall. And if you notice, even the only thing that holds up this wall is the flooring, which is gone. Like I said, on this outside wall here, it also ran all the way up underneath the wall right there. So if you tear your floor out on the exterior of your double wide mobile home, just know that you don't have anything to nail to. When you put your floor back, there's nothing back there. You're going to have to put it in. So framing is important. And this place obviously had that crappy particle board flooring. And when that stuff gets wet, you can forget about it. You can also see how they did their tie downs on there, which I was thinking that these is what were made for tie downs here. Thought that was actually what that was for. They didn't do that. They just tied down the frame on this one. As you can see, they had some exterior wall issues here, big time. And they had came in and did some framing in here at one time. You can see this is all rotted out. They did some framing here to fix one at one time, but then I guess eventually moved and forgot about it. But that's what it's going to look like if you tear it out. And that's the outside wall right there, guys. 2x4s, outside wall, 1x4 bottom plate. They're not made, in my opinion, this isn't any sturdier than a single wide mobile home. That's my opinion. I don't see any extra anything in a double wide that makes it better than a single wide, to be honest. Besides the fact that it has 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of framing across this thing. But remember, this is 2 pieces. So this holds up one side and this holds up the other. And this wall has plenty of support in the center because of the fact that you put your blocking under it. Over here on the outsides, what's hanging over past that point right there doesn't really have a lot of support because the brick is only built up to the bottom of that, and just for looks. It's there for looks. It's not made for holding the house up. So I just want everybody to get a kind of a look inside of a gutted double wide mobile home, to let you know, if you, I do a lot of single wide stuff, if you go in and tear your floor out, any of your exterior walls, you will have to do some pretty serious framing right down through there in order to have something to nail your floor back to. Now when I do a mobile home, a single wide, generally I've done double wides, on this outside rim, when I'm putting my floor back, I don't like to have that space right there, so I frame it up all the way to the outside wall in order to support that center section and give my flooring something to nail to. So anyway, I wish they had the ceiling tore out of this thing, but they don't. But as you can see, some walls are tore out, and that's probably what you're going to see. You're going to see insulation on the outside, little 1/4 inch thin stuff, and then on the inside, like 1/4 inch sheetrock. This was apparently a bathroom sink drain. They left the tongue underneath like they always do. This was apparently a dryer. Now I thought the washer and dryer was at the other end, but that must have been a bathroom. Anyway, Drew's Roofing and Home Repair, telling it like it is. Telling it like it is. These things are built freaking crappy. So expect that your interior walls are probably made of a 2x4 every other one, just so they can nail their paneling to it, because if they put their paneling on a 1x, they wouldn't have much room to nail it to. So they take a 2x, and you can tell the paneling was right there, one on here and one on that side. Gives you something bigger to nail to, and then come down through the middle and wildly shoot and hopefully hit. Sometimes they do and sometimes they do not. But anyways, and then I see that and I say, that's a laundry room. Jesus, if I know in this place. Maybe the dryer was over there and the washer was over here. Kind of strange to be right there at the back door. But I don't know how this thing was laid out originally, because I don't see the walls that were in here. There apparently were maybe a couple walls that have been ripped out, obviously. There's one right there. So a look inside of a gutted double wide. I didn't expect to see this, though. Again, I didn't expect to see all them floor joists all cut out. Somebody, I'm guessing, needed some 2x6s and said, I know where we can get some. And they come in here and cut them out real quick and walked away with them. So probably a contractor or somebody just trying to build a shed. I don't even know. But they got a lot of 2x6 out of here. This place has to be ready for demo for sure. It's been here for years. I just thought that this would be a good opportunity for me to come in here and just show everybody what a double wide was made of. Must have been a sink or something. To be honest, I don't know. But there's your look. Hope everybody enjoys this video and gets something out of it. Also want you to notice that over the doors and the windows, you won't see a header. So if you have any window problems and you have to do some framing around it, you got to have a single 2x4, most likely at the bottom, a single 2x4 most likely at the top, and not a 2x6 header with a 2x4 on top and bottom. Which, to be honest, to me, kind of totally surprises me that they just allow them to put blocking in there like that, because that's not any kind of support over a window. Wow. That's, be honest, something I never even knew. I know I've seen it before, but generally there's at least some type of a header up there, and there's none. And that's a pretty big window. So, anyways, hope this helped some people out to give them an idea of what they're going to see when they start tearing out their floor. You're going to realize that you have a whole lot of framing to do in order to put your floor back, because there's nothing here. Like on the exterior walls, nothing. I mean, there's nothing there. So anyways, I'm getting out of here. I'll see you on the next one.